You're listening to Zero Distortion with Russ, where real conversations cut through the noise from business and politics to mindset and relationships. No filters, no fluff. Just truth and perspective that matters. Mic on. Let's go.
Hey, everybody. So I just got back from a vacation in Mexico with my wife, Elisa, and now I'm gearing up to hit the road again, and this time it's for work. So while I was away, I didn't plan to do much work, but a client, they needed some help, and I was happy to step in. So even with a few hours of work sprinkled in, I didn't feel out of balance. I felt clear, relaxed, and actually focused. So today, I want to talk a little bit about the myth of work-life balance and why I think alignment is what really matters. So rewind to back whenever I was younger. I really valued my time off. Nights, weekends, vacations. I really protected those boundaries. Maybe it was because I was in my 20s and wanted to go out, see friends, live a different kind of life. But now, things have shifted. Obviously, I'm much older. I'm not chasing the same kind of social energy I used to. And more importantly, I found my purpose. So clean energy and strategy and creating meaningful conversations, helping people and businesses. It doesn't feel like a grind. It feels aligned. Now that said, I genuinely look forward to and value my time with my wife and my family. I mean, that's a big part of what alignment is. Being able to enjoy those moments fully and stay engaged with the work I care about. But even though I was on vacation, working a few hours each day, it didn't feel like a burden. It really added something. But, and this is important, that's just my experience. I'm definitely not saying that clocking out at 5 and not connecting again until the next day at 9 is wrong. For some people, that's exactly what they need. And hey, that's awesome. Work-life balance isn't a formula. It's something that each person has to define for themselves. And that's based on where they're at in life, their goals, and their energy. I mean, there's no one right way, just the way it actually works for you. And keep in mind that burnout is very real. I felt it. I'm sure all of you have many times also. But what I've come to learn is that burnout doesn't come from hours worked alone. It comes from misalignment too. When your work doesn't connect to your purpose, even 20 hours a week can feel like too much. But when you're aligned, you can work 70 hours and still feel really good. So energy, it doesn't just come from rest. It comes from doing things that actually matter to you. One thing I've also learned, especially while traveling and talking to people across the globe, is that different cultures view this idea very differently. In Europe, for example, when someone's on what they call holiday, they're on holiday. Phones off, they're not checking emails. Total disconnection is expected. In South America or parts of Asia, family and community time are prioritized in daily life, and work flexes around that. In the U.S., though, work-life balance often feels more like a catchphrase, something we talk about a lot, but rarely see in practice. It seems like it's either hustle nonstop, or you feel guilty for unplugging. That all-in model, all or nothing, it doesn't reflect real life. It just doesn't. Sometimes balance doesn't mean that you're shutting work off. Sometimes it means that work fits into the life that you've chosen. So yeah, I was on a beach in Mexico last week, but I still checked emails, I took calls, and I worked on a few things that came up. Again, I didn't plan to work, but whenever a client needed something, I want to help because that makes me feel good too. And honestly, I wouldn't have been able to do that without the support and understanding of my family, especially my wife, Elisa. She knew it mattered. And because of that, I could help without feeling guilt or stress. And the client, they got what they needed. So that's what I mean by alignment. Work didn't interrupt life. It fit into it. Real balance isn't about shutting everything down. It's about having the freedom and the support to choose when and how you show up. So for me, I'm not chasing some perfect version of balance anymore. I'm achieving alignment. That's what gives me energy. That's what helps me avoid burnout. And that's what lets me keep showing up, not just in work, but in life. Hey, thanks for again for listening, and thanks for all the support you're showing for Zero Distortion. If you enjoy the show, we'd love for you to subscribe so you don't miss out on what's coming up next. Thanks again.
Thanks for tuning in to Zero Distortion. If you liked this episode, follow the pod, leave a rating, or share it with someone who needs to hear it. You'll find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and more. Stay curious, stay open, and until next time, keep cutting through the noise.